guys, you're welcome to our YouTube channel. This is the last platform,
Yeah, my name is Olasukomi Agolo.
and I am Titi Lokwe. I think at this stage we need to stop saying our surname. I mean, our biggest
Yeah.
should so Titi
All
Alola.
right, Titi Arola. Ola and Titi.
Yeah. So guys, we have a major goal for this year. But scratch that. If you are here for the very first time, please kindly like, subscribe, and then comment. You can share now for everyone that is here.
Yeah, please. It's very important for our own growth and all. So please kindly like, share, and subscribe. And if you've got families who are interested in things like this, please share with them. It's very good for young couples.
Yes, and also, guys, we have this major goal for this year. Like, we are delighted. We want to work hard towards having 5,000 subscribers before this year runs out.
If
And
it will be very great if you can help us achieve that. We're very, very
Yes,
thankful. We'll be very, very, very thankful. Thank
make
you.
sure you like.
So, Ejo, it doesn't hurt. Help to subscribe here. Press that subscribe button. Bikono. Thank you. You're
Thank
wow.
you. All right, guys. So we have something interesting that we're going to be sharing with you quickly and just very short.
Yeah.
I hope so. So today we'll be talking about challenges that young couples face in marriage. I think it's not just for young couples, but we are just using young couples because we are still young in marriage. But basically, these are challenges that people can relate with in marriage. So, babe, do you want to go first?
You want me to go first? Okay. All right. So this recording, it's actually supposed to have been done since 2 days ago, but we are doing it now. But thank God for that. I was actually facing a challenge the day we were supposed to record this, and I wanted to talk about it, but somehow I could not. We could not record it. Anyway, we're here to discuss some of our challenges, and I don't know which one. I think you should go with your first point. What are the very first
Okay,
challenge that you faced?
Yeah, the very first one that I faced with him, and together we faced it together, was in the issue of finances. And that was because I was a bit independent before getting married, but my husband was saying I wasn't independent, that I was depending on my parents. So yeah, basically I was depending on my parents, and then my siblings were just forthcoming for me. But I didn't have any reason or any reason why I needed to, ask him for things, Ola, pay my bills, do this. So it wasn't there. So when we got married, I carried that attitude into the marriage, and we had issues because I'm in need of something. I wasn't working at that time, and I was in need of something, and I don't know how to tell him. Oh, now I was always very shy. I think so.
Yeah. I think wait, I really can't figure it out. Every other lady out there is looking for opportunity to ask for things and they get them granted. But in this case, my wife is quite very reluctant and she feels insecure asking me for things because she's been depending on the mother all the
It
way
wasn't
and or the
insecure.
daddy
I
and all
was
the
just,
way. So
I was actually shy.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't understand, but I think you just have to grow into the knowledge of marriage because it's no longer just you. You have to learn that marriage is a different entity and we have to be
Yeah, I
open.
agree.
So the very first thing I would say is transparency is one of those fundamental things you face early in a marriage. You need to be transparent about everything, your finances, what you earn. And that takes me to the very first point, which is if you are earning 100,000 naira, let your wife know how exactly the amount you are earning, and as a family, have a plan. If you have projects, have amount allocated. You know the percentages of that money that is going to the projects for housing, for feeding, for emergency, for health, and all. So she will have an idea when there is nothing left. Or what do you think?
Yes, actually, I'm actually on that. And then for people that that are also earning, the husband is working, the wife is working, and I know the worldly system believe that the husband money is for the family, while the wife money is just for her. I mean, but in marriage, in godly marriage, in a marriage that you want to pass to generations, there is a need for transparency, like my husband said. So if the wife is earning and the husband is earning, it's for the family. It's for both of you to pull your resources together and for you to be able to achieve things together. So be open, be transparent. And I mean, we don't have that issue any longer. We don't even
Not anymore because I think we had our time of struggling with it, and so I think marriage generally is a learning process.
That's why they say they
So
give you the
yes,
certificate.
before you start the schooling, yeah. And if you have gotten the certificate and you are not schooled in the marriage, you are just going to ruin the value of your certificates. So
Yeah.
challenges are normal. Like even if you're not married, you face challenge on a normal day. So if you're having challenge in marriage, it is not your partner that is causing you, that is giving you challenge. Fine. Spiritually, we know the devil is an adversary looking for how to disunite and destroy your relationship. But you have to
Yeah.
be conscious of that. Marriage is a spiritual thing, and then it comes with spiritual challenges too. So you have to tidy up your spiritual aspects. The spiritual, your war room, I'll call that. Do you want to talk about war room, Ife?
Yeah. Then how do you God? You just spoke my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think we're gonna take it to spirituality now.
Yeah.
And the word of God says one shall chase 1,000, two shall chase 10,000. So marriage comes with responsibility. It comes with maybe now you need to take more extra work, you need to do more, take care of the family. There may be a lady that used to be like, oh, before you got married, you used to be very vibrant, you used to pray, you used to do this. Then all of a sudden you notice, work is there, maybe your schooling, everything is just taking up your time and you feel a bit very distant from God. And then in the other way around, oh goodness, I think I had issue with that also, and I need to actually talk about that. So there was this particular season I was in at one particular time in our marriage. Well, I was really overburdened. Like I had a lot of things to do, take care of my son, take care of myself, trying to figure out my career. I didn't even know what to do at that moment, trying to figure out my husband. Then I noticed that my spirituality was going down. I didn't have time to pray with God, fellowship with the Holy Spirit the way I used to before I got married. And there was this young man. Oh goodness. I mean, I'm like, maybe I was downstairs cooking, and I'm like, okay, let me just come upstairs, pick something. And I see this young man in the holies of holies, enjoying the presence of God. And to be sincere, there was this part of me that was so envious, and it was a negative one because I wasn't envious in the right way. I was actually angry. I feel it wasn't understanding. I'm going through all this. And at this time, I was already feeling shy in the presence of God. I felt.
Was I doing anything wrong then?
It wasn't its own fault at
What
all.
was I doing?
You were not doing anything wrong, actually.
So
it was just because my
So
own.
when you say enjoying my presence, was I sleeping in bed, lying?
No, you were enjoying your presence with God. You were worshiping. You know,
Okay,
when you be in the were studying, worshiping God, and then praising God. Then before we know, there was something. Allah would just play any song, and a song will come up. I'm like, I'm just trying to struggle with. I don't even know this song. My husband is singing the lyrics. He's like, you don't know this song, and I'm like, nah. Before we know, it's time for Bible study, he's talking about scriptures, and I'm like, I can't even. So I was really struggling at that moment. Then I think what we needed to do was we needed to talk about it, because at one point he was like, "Are you jealous of me or something?"
I did not ask you that question.
You did.
I did not ask me. You were the one that said you have a confession.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I was jealous. But you were like, it sounded like as if I was being jealous.
Yeah, okay.
But it wasn't like an accusation.
Yeah.
Don't think it like you were not accusing me of being jealous.
Okay.
You were like, I was sounding that way. That no, we needed to actually really talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's right. Maybe I put it this way that are you uncomfortable with the fact that
so it wasn't like an accusation actually. Oh, girl, you're jealous of me. No. You were like the way it was looking like, if like it was looking like maybe jealousy or something or envy. So there was a need to, because I mean, it's my husband. I can't be jealous of my husband. I can't be jealous. And I always said that your goals, your achievements, I can't be jealous of you because we are one. His achievement and my achievement. So because I was struggling in this area, so we needed to actually really talk about it. And at one point he said, okay, I think if this job is one that's affecting you, you need to let it go. And we know.
Yeah,
and
I think then you were doing day and nights, and then it was taking more of our family time. And
so he said, okay, you needed to let it go. So we had to let go of the job. Then I think at that also time we became intentional about worshiping together, fellowshipping together.
Actually, there are some decisions that we as family have to take, because they are sacrifice. If you chase money too much, you affect family. At the same time, your family needs money, so you have to strike a balance between those two things. So of course, you have to balance that. And now, without that sacrifice, of course, we won't be able to do even this video. As I was talking about now, we're doing this now because Chela is sleeping. Chela is our special guest, which can disrupt.
And I will be going
He
to
made the last he made the last video impossible. So this is just before work. So this is the only time we have to do this. So Titi Lokwe, you have to say something now.
Yeah, about the spiritual part, it's okay.
Which spiritual part again?
The one we just talked about.
We just talked about it. Okay, how to do it or what?
No, basically, so if you're struggling with something like that, or it could not be spirituality in your own terms, it could be in anything, and you feel okay, maybe your other partner is doing more, and you feel you are not doing more, you could actually talk about it. And I think that might lead us to the next very point, which it could be on career. Have we time?
Yeah, we can just take career and then
Yeah,
well, this
there'll be a part
particular
2.
episode is gonna come in part. This is part
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
and we'll be coming with a part 2 soon, right?
Okay, so
Yeah,
should we just stop it here?
yeah. I think you should give an idea about career.
Yeah, so career is also in terms of in relation to spiritual part. Now you see that okay, marriage is a season. Melvin always say something which I love about him. We say this is a season, Titi. If you're feeling this way, and most times it's Titi.
I don't know why. I really don't know why Titi is always.
But the thing is that if I'm struggling with something, somehow it's actually gonna affect him.
Yeah. See, one thing that I like I mentioned earlier is that marriage is two coming together as one. So anything that happens to one will affect the other
party.
Yeah. So if you don't understand that clearly, it's going to affect and ruin everything.
Yeah.
So you have to understand the fact that marriage is two coming as one. So anything that affects anything that happens to the head, it has affected the nose, because here is where the brain is, so it affects. They are interrelated, intertwined. So that's where we stop this week, and then we join us again in the next part. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I mean, subscribe, that button down there, it doesn't cost you anything. You understand? Yeah, we just press it
and share it with your loved
and
one.
Please, if you have questions for us, do well to ask us questions. I'll be more than happy to respond to it. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.
Enjoy your day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.
Y'all do that. Mwah. 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 Give me. Mwah. Our special guest is here. You should come and say bye-bye.
Yeah, tell her.
Tell her. Come on, say bye. Yeah, say bye. Say bye to everyone.
Say hello.
Say hello.
No, is it? Hello.
Tell her. Tell her.
Yes. Booting. Say hello.
Say yeah, say hello. Say bye.
Bye.
Yeah, say to the mic. Bye. Say the mic. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.